Is somebody understanding? It's very simple. Somebody shout hallelujah. Okay, now let's go into the word. I'll teach for 5 minutes. I'll continue some other time. Somebody shout hallelujah. Revelation point number one. Revelation point number one. Your tears and cry is not what moves God. What moves God is His word and His covenant. That sounds like a mean statement. Your tears and your cry is not what moves God. It's not what actually moves God. What moves God is His word. What moves God is His covenant. I'll take a little time to teach. I'll close. Just a little time. 5 minutes, I promise. In Exodus chapter 3, God had led Moses up to the mountain. And Moses was now taking care of his father-in-law's sheep around somewhere near the mountain of Sinai. And God wanted to attract the attention of Moses. What God did was He set a fire upon a frame of bushes that were on the mountain of Sinai. And the eyes of Moses caught the attention on this tree. And Moses said, there's actually fire. I'm not concerned or amazed because of the fire. I'm amazed that the fire is burning on the tree, but the tree is not consumed. So Moses said, now I'm going to now get on the mountain so I can see what's going on. Not to look at the fire, because I shouldn't be near fire burning. But I want to understand why there is fire upon this tree. This tree is not consumed, because fire should naturally consume. So Moses went to the mountain, and as soon as he got to the top of the mountain, the Lord's presence appeared. He said, Moses, take off thy shoe, for the ground upon which you stand is a holy ground. Moses took off his shoe, and then the Lord continued to speak to him. God said to him, Moses, I've chosen you to send you an assignment to Egypt. There was a big alarm on the end of Moses. I'm not going back to Egypt, I'm not. They're going to kill me. And then the Lord continued to speak. He said, my people there have seen their cry. I've heard their pain, and then I've come down that I may deliver them. So how is the statement that I made earlier, how could that be correct? That God is not moved by the cries of people. That God is not moved by their pain. I'm not saying it's not concerned. Somebody hear me? When you're weeping, when you're crying, when you are in pain, when your heart is broken, when you are crying and shedding tears, He's such a loving God. His heart is as broken as yours. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But it doesn't move Him. What moves Him is His word and His code. I'll teach it. When God said, Moses, I've heard their cry, I've seen their pain. That's why I've come down. The literal interpretation of God's statement there is that, see, I'm responding to their tears and to their cry. No, that's not correct. Can I put a balance to it? Because at this point, they had been crying for 400 years. At this time, they had been crying and in pain for over 400 years. Do you know that the eventual deliverance came 430 years after slavery? So if God was responding to their cry and to their pain, He would have done it before 430 years. He was responding to His word and to His covenant. I told you that His covenant was planted in Abraham. Abraham slept in the night. God came to him in the revelation of the night and said to him, Abraham, thy seed after you will go into slavery in a strange land. They will be there, how many times?